All right, let's go to secrets that you keep. John on KSFO line 5, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm a 29-year-old male, and I am seen by most of my family as a honest, supportive individual. But the secret inside is that I generally, not necessarily despise them all, but ultimately, just about anyone I meet that's doing well or succeeding, I'll give them support. But inside, I personally feel like all I want to see them do is fail or not nearly come to the potential that they show have.
No, I don't think you're alone. I think most people have malice to people around them. Now, when you say most people, you mean people that you know who you secretly wish they would fail, or just everybody?
No, I actually am a member of the emergency services, and general public that I don't know at all. I don't have these feelings towards. It's ultimately, unfortunately, people that I know and that I'm close with. I'll give them supportive advice. I'll do whatever I can to help them. But ultimately, inside, all I want to do is see them not succeed with it. I don't know if it's a personal.
No, so you're a misanthrope. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong. You're a misanthropic individual.
Well,
it doesn't. It's not. Look, what you're saying is there something wrong with me? You're almost reaching out and saying, "Do you think anything's wrong with me?" No, I think that a lot of people wish everyone they know around them fails, and I can prove it to you. There was a writer I used to adore when I was young, Lin Yutang. He wrote The Importance of Living. It's a book that saved me mentally. It was a great book. Chinese American writer, but he wrote that the average man hopes that his neighbor falls off the roof. That's what he wrote. The actual nature of mankind is that he sits and hopes his neighbor falls off the roof. I laughed at that because I must have been somewhat misanthropic myself at the time. And I thought, gee, that helps lighten the burden a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
so, I mean, don't think there's anything wrong with you. Look what you've done. You've channeled your misanthropic nature into actually being an EMT worker. Think about that. Look how you balanced that one out, right?
Well, I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man. You got a lot of people to talk with, but it's just one of those things, that an ongoing secret that I have that I figure someone else will benefit from hearing.
Have you? Wait, hold on, before you go. Have you ever shared this with a therapist or anyone else?
No.
All right, listen, here's the thing about problems like this, just to give you something else to carry. It's not a problem unless you make it a problem or think it's a problem. That you are misanthropic unto itself, and you're not actually going out like a serial killer or hurting anyone, it's nothing. It's just you don't like people, and you wish them the worst. That's all. You're not alone in that. In fact, a lot of people harbor those feelings. But if it's burdening you to the extent you're starting to like grind you away, like what's wrong with me? Why do I have these feelings? That's something you may want to, talk with someone about.
I feel like it's an advantage for me. It's just interesting how even people I love and care for and would never want to see anything bad happen to them, I don't want to see them.
Oh, now you're going a little deeper into your misanthropy.
Yeah.
So it's not just it's not a generalized desire to see other people fall, but you mean even people you like?
Yeah, it's just one of those things that I have a general desire to I don't know, it's probably more egotistical than anything else.
But wait, hold on now. Let me go back in my own life and relate to it. There was a time that I was in competition on my mind with everybody on the planet, and it's when I wasn't doing as well as I wanted to be doing. So if I would see somebody receiving an award, I would seethe with anger toward them, and I wish something bad would happen to them. Are we getting closer to what you're talking about?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Okay. Or if I saw somebody get a great book deal, and I knew the guy was an idiot, and he sold a book at the time for $100,000, and I was 10 times smarter than him, and I couldn't get an advance anywhere near that. I hated the guy. And you know what I'm saying? So it's based a lot upon envy, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So your solution is to try to rise above your own financial position right now, or to rise above your own professional position, because you're grinding with what you have is tremendous energy going on inside you. And if you could get a hold of that energy and do something else with it, you could actually rise very high in this world of ours. I know it sounds impossible. So let me put it in a religious context. A religious man once said to me, within all of us, there's an evil force and a good force. But he said they're one and the same, and that if you can get control of the evil force, that's the stronger part of you. And if you can get control of that evil force and channel it, you can do more good than the person who has only good force running through them. Does that make sense to you?
It does, and I think that's part of why I listen to your show is because you at times speak about how much you've put in, how much energy, and it drives me to want to become maybe not the same man as you, but at least be able to look back on my life the way you are able to.
Right.
So
yeah, but I'm not a happy person. Don't get me wrong. I don't walk around like I'm great. I've achieved this. I've achieved that. I don't walk around looking at my book covers. I'm basically the same kid as I was at 17. I was trying to say that at the beginning of the show. Sitting outside that Mexi place, eating the thing with the rice and whatever, the chicken, and looking at people. I felt calm, and I realized at that moment I'm the same person as I was at 17. So, in other words, I don't walk around with a halo on my head thinking I'm a great person. Sometimes I accept that I've achieved certain things, but I don't walk around saying, oh, I've achieved this, achieved that. I don't walk around medals in my brain. Anyway, I don't know if that helps you. What I'm saying is take the negative that you have that's worrying you and try to channel it into something else. That you are an EMT means you've already done that. Being an EMT is not an easy job, is it?
No, not at all.
You know, EMTs have to pick up a lot of garbage of our society. Not just people who are productive citizens who are in an accident or have a heart attack. You have to pick up the garbage of our society. You have to pick up those in gunfights who are in drug wars. You have to pick up the bums in the streets who are drug addicts. You have to touch them. You have to be around their feces and the urine. This can get to a person, can it?
True.
All right. I think so. I don't want to drive the guy nuts altogether. Anyway, look, I like to do this kind of thing.